If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. The elves have secured a hefty supply of diamonds after confronting a nightmarish bestial force of darkness and corrupting shadows. Overcoming the whispering darkness, the elves won through to the surface world and the glorious warmth of the sun. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. It is now a little after 12 on the 64th day since encountering the hobgoblins. The land here is primarily stone and sand, with plateaus, chasms, petrified trees, occasional caves, deadly heat, and liquefied materials exuded through the crust of the earth. Adrian, as we switch to our map, I need you to please give me an Arcana check. Right off the get-go. Adrian, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Cool. Can you please give me an Arcana check?
All right, hang on a sec. Here's my page. And on normal.
Well, 21 is definitely a success. Well done, sir.
Feels great to succeed.
As we... Indeed. Excuse me. So, Thea has climbed to the top of the cliff, having spotted something curious in the distance. As she is doing that, and as you are climbing out of the cave and making sure that Crutches has not eaten any of the mules, which fortunately he hasn't because we hobbled him.
Good boy.
Yes, good boy, we tied you up so you could not follow your instincts. You are a good boy. Even in the midst of congratulating your spider, Adrian, you sense the natural weave of magic destabilizing, dipping, almost the same way that natural weather drops suddenly prior to a storm. You see no physical signs manifesting, but your arcane senses are tingling. It's much like when your hair stands on end as you feel the electricity rising in the air before a, lightning storm. Except this would be a magic lightning storm. Thea, on the top of the cliff, you look through your spyglass to the north. On the far, blurry reach of your vision is a group of giants. Armored and bearing heavy mauls. On their breastplates, crystals glint with arcane potential. Behind, before, and beside them come a small horde of Ettins, two-headed giants, some 20 of them. They are directly following our trail, leading into the diamond mine. And if you scroll to the north, you'll see them on the far edge of your vision. For perspective's sake, you are able to see them because despite them being 4 miles away, because you're using your spyglass. This map is set so that 4 squares is equal to 1 mile. 5,280 feet. Does that make sense?
4 squares, 1 mile?
4 squares, 1 mile.
I spy trouble.
Thea says to no one in particular because she's standing on the cliff top. Go ahead.
You said, or did you have more to narrate?
No.
Oh, okay. In that case, as sweat breaks out on my head, or my forehead, I'll start working my way back down the ledge to report.
See ya. What do your elven eyes tell you?
Trouble. Lots of trouble. With more big trouble leading it.
That's very vague.
Care to be a little bit more detailed?
I'll report what I saw.
Okay. Adrian, at this time, do you share with the party that magic seems to be going into some form of entropy?
Yes.
Varen stares flatly at you. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not particularly keen to fight 20-odd giants in the middle of a magic storm.
I'm never keen to fight 20 giants.
And the shape that
Not
I'm
unless
in,
they're sleeping.
and in the shape that I'm in, I'm not ready for it. So, is there any way that we can get our party in one direction? Like let's say if we can get them west and somehow cover up our trail so that they don't catch on to us?
Well, we want to go west. We would want them to go a different route.
Well,
excuse me, what?
Okay. I was basically trying to just say, well, we're going to be heading west. We
Gotcha.
don't want them following us.
No, names of directions. Who knows?
I mean, my my senses were tingling.
Your senses are crutches. Varen will think about it for a moment. We can try and mask our trail, but if we don't do something to lead them off in a different direction, they're going to be searching pretty closely.
Well, Varen, you're still in your wolf form. I'm sure you can cause a distraction of some kind. Try leading them in another direction.
Oh, lead them in a different direction. You're not asking me to stay and fight them all by myself. Got it.
No.
Varen grumbles. For perspective, we traveled some before we got to the diamond mine. What this means is that we have a total of 5 hours remaining of travel before we have to make Constitution saving throws against levels of exhaustion. Which, Adrian, you actually already have one as a result of eating a marble pearl.
I know. But it was well worth it.
Fair. Varen will look around, point to the west, where you see there is this gap between a field of boiling hot stones and a cliff. Head west 1 hour. I'll find you guys. And Varen also grins wolfishly. Don't worry. I'll make sure I find you easily.
I have no doubt you will find us very easily.
1 hour, and then stop and wait for me.
1 hour.
Alright, so we are splitting the party. Thea, you had a statement question?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Varen is going to be heading south, laying a false trail. And here is my token to indicate Varen's position. I made it red to make it stand out. Adrian, I'm going to need from you a marching order for the rest of the party. Who is taking the lead?
I think me and Crutches are going to be in the lead.
Okay.
And then we'll have Del, Thea, and the mules behind us.
Well,
Okay.
Theo volunteered to go last so she can try and cover up the trail some.
Excellent. All right. In that case, excuse me, bear in mind that 1 hour at normal travel time is going to be 3 miles. On this map, that's equivalent to 12 squares. Okay?
All right.
Cool.
Thea, I'm going to need from you a survival check. When the giants catch up to this location, they're going to make their own survival check against yours. We're going to have a contest, and we're going to see if you're able to mask sufficiently the trail. Well, that's a good use of reliable talent. It's your
Quite
roll of
reliable.
3. It's your roll of 3, but reliably get 21. That's an auspicious start.
Not that reliable.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Let's hope they're not that reliable.
Okay. Adrian, you should be able to grab this token and move it about.
All right.
While you are dragging it, are you still using a mouse pad?
I am still using a mouse.
Okay.
Why?
So, as you drag it, while you're dragging it, if you click once with your right mouse button,
Mm-hmm.
you should get a line that shows how far you've gone. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that way you don't have to manually count out each and every square. And while you're moving it, you can click it multiple times.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I have no idea why it did that, but I was
don't know
supposed to be
either.
over here for 10, 10 squares.
Okay.
And then there's 11.
My screen shows that you've moved only 9.
Well, for some reason I glitched. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it did. Here, you know what? I'll just redo it.
Okay.
That would be 10 there.
Because this is the route I did take. Whoop. Get over here.
Oops. Yeah, if everyone heard that noise, I apologize.
No worries. I think the
I
magical
did
storm is causing some
Havoc?
static disruption with our travel path.
Okay. So that would represent 1 hour of travel for the party. Right there. Varen,
And we're
starting
right here waiting for Varen.
Indeed. Varen, for his part, for once, he is not going in a long time. He is not going to be trying to mask his movement. In fact, he's going to go out of his way to scratch the walls, kick stones around, and make as obvious a passage as he can. Excuse me. heading to the south. Okay. And then the giants. So the giants are moving at normal speed, which for them means they can only go 3 miles in an hour, which gets them to there. Now I believe that is out of line of sight for the rest of you. Yes? Yes.
Looks like
Okay. So 1 hour has passed. Adrian, at this time, do you want to continue moving, or do you want to stay where you are?
I'm sorry, did you want me to what now?
I was asking you if you're going to follow Varen's instructions and stay where you are, or if you're going to continue moving. We're in the second hour.
I was going to stay and wait for Varen to meet us.
Very well. Did you wish to attempt to hide, any of
Mm. Yes.
yes.
Okay. For those of you who have creatures under your command, for example, Adrian and Dell, instead of a stealth check, please give me an animal handling check each.
Okay.
Thea, you got a 27 for stealth. You're pretty darn quiet out here on the desert stones.
And for those with animals, you want just the animal handling check, right? No additional stealth check?
Correct, just the animal handling check. What happened with Dell's animal handling check?
I don't know.
Okay.
It does
Looks
not
like he got a 9.
What was that, sir?
That's for wisdom.
Looks like he got a 9. Oh
Yes,
wait,
but
were you
some-
talking to the other sir?
Dell somehow rolled a d20 and a d4.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you had your global damage modifier checked, which I'm not sure why you would. Oh, and somehow you've added guidance.
I thought I took guidance off.
It looks like you hit the gear wheel instead of the check mark. Alright, so we'll go with that 6, which means the mules are not very quiet. Unfortunate, but there you go. Adrian?
I don't even see guidance anymore.
Sorry?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Sounded like
Adrian?
one of the mules was grumbling.
Adrian, you managed to keep Crutches... I mean, Crutches is a spider. He's pretty quiet. Yeah, that's an excellent stealth check from you. Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
Now,
Taught him
at
everything
this
he knew.
Sure you did. At this point, Varen is going to utilize some rules here. The Dungeon Master Guide states that, especially for traveling long distance, what you can basically do is take your current traveling speed, divide it by 10, and that's how far you can go in 1 hour. So for example, Varen on his own could go 3.5 miles in 1 hour. However, if Varen does something like cast Longstrider for the next hour, now he can go 4.5 miles in 1 hour.
Ooh.
And that takes his action, so he'll use his bonus action to go stealth. Hopefully this will be a good roll. Well, 24. Yes, it's a good roll. And
36
Varen
is
will...
better.
Sorry, what?
36 is better. I've seen
36 would indeed be better. But I don't have 36, I have 24. And at this point, Varen is going to utilize his Natural Explorer, his... what are all the features' names? Good grief. His Natural Explorer, his Vanish, his Landstride, to ignore all difficult terrain, not get lost, travel at normal speed while being stealthy, and leave no trail. So that means 4.5. Oh, excuse me. 4.5 miles. Let's see. 12 squares is 3 miles. Alright, so that's only 3 miles. And at this point, since Varen does not know where everyone is, he is getting his bonuses into his passive perception, which means if he's close, he'd be able to detect Thea. For once. But since I don't know exactly where anyone is, and I'm not nearly in your vicinity, I'm going to use my 4th level spell slot.
Excuse me.
And cast Locate Creature. If you want to read through that. Excuse me. This does require concentration. And it's a 1,000-foot range, yes? Or within 1,000 feet, excuse me. There. So, with this on, Varen's able to name a creature that he's familiar with. And as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of him, he knows the direction to that creature. And the direction of its movement, if any. As long as there's no running water. That's at least 10 feet wide. So I've moved 3 out of my 4.5. Leaving me 6 more squares to go. Which means I travel 3 more squares, and my spell gives me a little ping, and I start heading straight towards the rest of you. Everyone, please give me your passive perception scores, if you would not mind terribly.
Thea's is 16, and Dell's is, I believe, 18.
Okay. Adrian?
Adrian is at 15.
Okay, so none of you notice, or are even quite sure when, but Varen is suddenly standing right behind Thea and puts his hand on her shoulder, kind of like, "Hi, I'm here." As Thea jumps.
You're full of surprises there, Master Baggins.
Hi.
And whatever that ding was...
I really need to get rid of
Was
this.
that yours?
Yeah, it's my text messaging thing, and I hate it.
Fair enough. Okay.
How can I silence this?
Thea, did you want to look through your spyglass back the way you came?
I'm more concerned with just trying to match the trail.
Well, currently we're not moving anywhere. Because Varen just rejoined the party. We're still in the second hour, effectively. Adrian, did you want to look through your spyglass? Oh, okay. Looking back through your spyglass, you see the crowd of Ettins and the 4 burly giants have arrived at the diamond mine. The Ettins are going to start casting about to find the trail. So, what was your survival check earlier? 21?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, correct.
Alright, then let's see if all this effort was worth it or not. They're going to attempt to track you. And I am going to say that the false trail to the south is going to impose disadvantage on their attempt to find the true path towards us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Survival check. Boy, am I glad that they got disadvantage. So that turned
they would
a
have
nat
failed either
20.
way, right?
Yes. In a contest, they would have failed either way because your check was a 21, and 20 is less than 21. Noted, sir. Thank you for muting that because that was honestly that was kind of painful.
Sorry about that.
So yes, either the nat 20 or the disadvantage either would have prevented them from detecting your trail. Well done, Thea. So that means that Thea, watching through the spyglass, you notice one of the Ettins is coming closer and closer to the trail you attempted to mask. And just as he's within about 10 feet of where the start of the trail leads to the west, one of the other Ettins further to the south gives a howl from its left-hand head. The right-hand head points to the east, and the left-hand head starts jabbering and yelling and pointing to the south. And after quite a bit of bickering between the two heads on the one Ettin, the crowd of giants starts heading to the south.
Well, that was close.
Alright, and we'll go ahead and take that token off. There we go. And at this time, Baron's Long Strider spell has ended. Because it took an hour to a little bit less than an hour to rejoin you. Baron smirks at you, Adrian, on your mount crutches. Told you it would take less than 2 hours.
You did.
And do we continue forth to the west?
We continue onward.
Very well. Let me readjust some things here. Since you have cleverly avoided dealing with 20-odd Ettins and their giant masters. Curse you! Alright. So at this point, Varen has already traveled 2 of the remaining 5 hours left. The party has traveled only 1. So on the whole, the party has 4 hours left to travel. Varen has only 3 hours. So if we want to travel for 4 more hours, Varen will make 1 Constitution saving throw. And
no,
if he fails,
we're going to be traveling as far as 3 miles because I don't want Varen to deal with a level of exhaustion.
Fair enough. I assume you meant 3 hours.
Did I say 3 hours or 4?
You said 3 miles.
Oh, 3 hours I meant.
Noted. Give me 1 second, everyone.
I am at a first level of exhaustion, by the way. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Well, it seems to be a valid excuse, because, yes, you're so tired and exhausted from that diamond mine and that crazy shadow creature.
Ay, ay, ay.
We continue to the west. So here is 1 hour.
All right,
and then
practice.
the travel... Sorry?
I was talking to my spider. Get up.
Oh. Right. Okay.
The road goes ever on and on.
Okay. Too bad. Thea already has an inspiration point. So does Dell. So no inspiration point for you.
Yeah.
Alright, so traveling on to the west, I'm going to move us to a different map. Once I figure out where my mouse is. Ooh, pardon. We travel west along the plains, moving around piles of boiling hot stones between pools of bubbling, boiling tar that stinks, among petrified trees, to an area where mesas tower to 50s, 60s, even hundreds of feet tall. There are abrupt, sheer sides, climbable, if slightly risky. Excuse me. And confirm for me, Sir Adrian, our current traveling or marching order.
I was in front. Thea and Dell were behind me, and then you in the rear, basically. But let's try switching all that around so that you're
Okay.
in front, Thea and Dell are still in the middle, and me and Crutches are in back.
Very well. Let me arrange the tokens thusly then. As we're moving up, we come to a wide plain of stone, and to the west and slightly south of us, we see 3 particular mesas that stand fairly close to each other. Where are my notes? Okay. The northernmost mesa. I'm sorry?
Oh, Thea's just going to ask, is anyone else getting a bit of a tingly feeling?
My spider is not sensing anything.
It's a little odd for Thea and Varen. Excuse me, it's odd for Thea, the least magically inclined. For Dell and Varen, we both are starting to look over our shoulders. It's very much a moment of hair standing on end, if you will. As we both detect that something is occurring, even though we draw our magic from divine sources. For you, Adrian, you can't see or feel anything with your physical body, but your arcane senses are. It's almost like you've stuck your hand into a very strong current that's meeting 3 or 4 other currents. The natural weave of magic is getting rather chaotic. So the 3 mesas, the one to the north is about 50 feet in height. The one nearest us, that is the eastern mesa, the easternmost mesa, is 60 feet in height. We can only barely see the shoulders of the third mesa, and between the first 2, we're not quite able to gauge its exact height from where we currently are. Varen is going to hold up his hand, look back towards you, Thea, and you, Adrian. Your spyglasses. Look to the north. I saw something moving. Which of you wishes to do so?
I'll give it a shot.
All right. You pull out your spyglass, and you look in the direction Varen indicated. Coming out from between several plateaus and mesas, about 280 feet away from the 3 mesas that we spotted, are 4 other giants wearing the heavy plate armor, bearing the arcane gem on their chests, and wielding heavy 2-handed mauls. And with your experience and knowledge, Adrian, you can see that the hafts and the heads of these mauls are of pure adamantine. As well as the fact that they seem to be glinting with their own wrought magic. I apologize for interrupting you.
I got a bad feeling about this.
As they come out from between the plateaus and mesas, you watch, sir. They're not looking at the mesas. They're not looking at the plain. They're looking almost directly at the stone in front of their feet. And as they come out into your view, they turn almost instantly directly towards us, though they're not looking. The magic.
Do they know we're here?
Sorry, say that again, Thea?
Oh, Thea's just starting to kind of ponder and wonder, like, do they know we're here?
You can give me an insight check if you wish.
I was almost getting the feeling that they were looking at us, but not really looking at us.
With a dirty 20, They came out at a steady pace, and as soon as they came out and turned in our exact direction, they picked up speed. Gut instinct says... did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah, I was just going to say, that does not bode well.
Indeed not, but it seems that they know where we are, even though they aren't physically looking up to find us. Nor are they following a trail towards us. As mentioned, there are 3 nearby mesas to us. Tall, flat-topped hills with steep cliffs for sides. Adrian, magic is swirling chaotically, building to what is possibly a very frightful and reality-rending storm front. 4 enemies are on their way and apparently know our exact location. What would you like to do? Run for it, or try and shelter at the mesas?
I think I want to go to the mesas.
Thea, please roll me 1d4. Okay. For perspective, the giants are roughly 5 rounds, including dashing, from the mesas. We are about 2 rounds from the mesas. So that would give us the equivalent of 3 rounds to get to the mesas, fortify, hide, whichever, before the giants arrive. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
Cool. Let me make a quick note to myself to that effect.
You said the giants were to the north of us?
They're far to the west of us, and northwest of the mesas. The 3 mesas that we're making 4. Between us and the 3 mesas are 2 pools of bubbling tar. Piles of boulders form difficult terrain on the otherwise flat, stony ground. The northernmost, as we draw closer, we see that the northernmost mesa is 50 feet tall, the easternmost is 60 feet, and with better perspective, the westernmost mesa is 40 feet tall. Drawing ever nearer, we see that thick webs stretch between the 3 mesa tops and sides, forming sticky, silken bridges nearly to the ground. Notably, there are, in some places, roughly 5 feet of clearance between the ground and the bottom strands of webbing. So let me get our tokens on the map here. And okay. Sorry, it's just making sure that that hit points are all visible. For the purposes of this game, Thea and Del, I'm not going to put the mules on the map. We're just going to assume that they're with the cart. And if it becomes relevant, for example, if the cart gets destroyed, then we'll worry about adding mule tokens. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. And for some reason, my character is not showing hit points. So, goodbye. Let me fix that real quick. Put a fresh token out.
I think Dell's missing his...
No, Del has his hit points.
No.
No,
I see.
Doesn't have any hit points or even a name.
I'm sorry, what?
Del doesn't have any hit points, nor does he have a name.
Okay. Pull
Yeah,
everyone.
I've got nothing for Del or Thea.
Adrian, do you see your hit points?
I see both mine and my name. And it looks like Crutches also is itching to get to the spider webs.
Right. Fix that. There you go. And then...
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, they are all showing for my characters now, although I noticed it looks like Crutch's name and hit points disappeared.
Not so on my end. Adrian, can you see Crutch's name and hit points?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
As we are moving through and between the boiling tar pits, Adrian, I'm sure this brings back wonderful memories of back when you could actually control the wind. You know, when you had magic.
Good times.
Indeed. Where did it go? So, one thing happens first. The onrushing line of chaos, magic unleashed and unrestrained, comes flooding in. Your senses come alive. And within 30 feet of you, Adrian, you can sense every magic item. When you look at those items, you can even see an aura about them, the color of which indicating the type of magic wrought into that object. So if you, for example, look at Thea's armor, you would see an aura of abjuration magic about it. Thea, you're seeing the same thing. You can see magic hovering around the staves that Del carries on the bone cart. The region has been suffused with divination magic, causing all magic items to exude a visible aura. So everyone's able. So it's in effect, everyone has been granted the effects of the what's the spell called? I suddenly drew a blank.
Detect magic?
Yes, thank you. Detect magic. Everyone within this map has been granted the effects of the detect magic spell. And you're able to sense the location of any magic item, even if you cannot see the aura. For you, Thea, do note, you can still hide, because hide just means that you're unseen and unheard. Okay?
Okay.
However, anyone in the area will be able to sense the location of your magic items. Also, where to go? As you continue drawing nearer, you sense the magical auras of both of the region and the mystical wavefront colliding together with our own auras, serving as a type of mystical obstruction, creating a metaphorical eddy. Your attunement to the arcane forces goes wild with the surging chaotic primeval forces and an amalgamation of necromantic, transmutative, and illusion powers slam into the group. For a brief second, all the elves see double. Then we feel a shearing of our bodies and minds. A moment later, we are each of us standing next to an exact duplicate of ourselves, clearly holding the same resources as the original.
I could have sworn I only had one drink last night.
And got a little problem with my duplicate token in that it's not showing its hit points. How rude. As this occurs, there is a sharp crack of sound as reality itself is splintered in this moment. Adrian, I need from you an Arcana check. And if you want, you can roll an Arcana check from your duplicate, as I have made your duplicate's character sheets available to each of you.
So we get to do everything twice?
Yes.
In a good way?
Or you get to do everything separate. The duplicates are not bound to us. They are completely independent of each of us. They're not mirror or shadow reflections. We have effectively been cloned. Adrian, are you there, sir?
Yeah. I got shield, no shield. Shield, no shield.
I need from you, sir, an Arcana check.
All right.
And I would give you an inspiration point, but you already have one from before.
Let's see. Here we go.
Okay. That is an excellent roll. Good job. Let me save this real quick. There we go.
Didn't you roll the second one?
That's if his duplicate wants to roll an Arcana check. Does your duplicate want to roll an Arcana check, sir?
Duplicate Adrian, do you want to roll an Arcana check? He shrugs his shoulder and says, "Why not? It couldn't hurt."
You both realize that the wild surging of magic has produced duplicates with full memories, full knowledge, and current resources. However, they have a limited lifespan. They are currently being sustained by the combination of our presence, this region's magical aura, and the chaos of the mystical Stormfront. Remove any one of these components, and the duplicated creatures and all items that they have with them will fade away into non-existence.
So sad.
Indeed. In the midst of all this, as the air itself ripples and rings from the crashing in of the magical storm, there rises from amongst the mesas the hideous cries of creatures present, startled, and, for the first time in their lives, possibly, alert to the approach of magic items. Everyone, please roll for initiative. And don't forget to roll initiative for your duplicates as well. So here's for Varen normal. And Thea, is that you or Thea duplicate?
It's Thea original, then Del original, then Thea duplicate, then Del duplicate.
Okay. Thea original, Del original, and then Thea original? Or, sorry,
Yeah.
duplicate? Alright, and then Del duplicate, yes?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you, and here's for Varen duplicate. Alright, Adrian, I need initiative rolls for Adrian original and Adrian duplicate.
So if I understand all this correctly, for one night and one night only, I can eat all the chocolate cake we have and not worry about tailoring my suit later, right?
Well, your duplicate can.
First one is original, second one is duplicate, and I'm now trying to get crutches on there as well.
Excellent. I'm going to roll for the cart, and that's going to represent the initiative order of the mules. Does that make sense there, Del?
Mm-hmm.
Well, crutches did not roll the way I thought he would.
Wow, 6 for crutches. And the bone cart got a 2. All right, then. Pardon me. All right. So, for the purposes of this, you each have control of your duplicates. They have full memories, full knowledge, full resources. If you had it, then your duplicate has it. And that goes down to spell slots. It goes to cantrips. It goes to inspiration points. It also goes to physical ailments. Del, you currently have broken ribs, and that's on your character sheet. If you would not mind putting that into the chat. Sorry?
I'm not sure it still is on my character sheet. Oh wait, it's right there.
Thank you. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you lose your action. Cannot use reactions until the start of your next turn. The injury heals if you receive magical healing, or if you spend 10 days doing nothing but resting. So that's on Dell and Dell Duplicate as well. He even has Dell's, the original Dell's minor scar. Adrian, you and your duplicate both have a gimpy foot that seems unwilling to obey your commands. As mentioned, these boulders here, these are difficult terrain. If you look at the webs, they don't go like sheets or walls all the way to the floor. There are gaps between the webs, and that's indicated by these red lines, which you might be able to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you move along those red lines, as though you're traveling through, as that note says, it's difficult terrain. As long as you move as though it's difficult terrain, and you don't try and go at normal, then you will not have to make saving throws against getting caught in the web. Deviate from that path, and, well, you're going to get stuck in the web.
And you said they count as difficult terrain for the red lines as well?
Yes, the red lines are difficult terrain to represent the idea of having to twist through and between all those strands of webs.
Yeah, okay.
Adrian.
I got my spider.
I'm sorry?
I said it's a good thing I got crutches with me, because the spider webs won't affect him as much as it will me if I try going up there alone.
True. Adrian, for the purposes of controlling crutches, you're able to control him and move him so long as you have at least one hand available. So you can have your bow out and control crutches. You can have a sword out and control crutches. You can have a shield out and control crutches. You cannot have a shield and sword and control crutches. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And as of right now, I do not have my shield equipped. I do have my bow.
Noted. Alright, let's get this sorted, since we've covered all the rules. We are currently entering directly into round 1. On round 3, the giants make their arrival. Alright, Thea, you're up first. What does Thea Original want to do?
I think I'll climb.
Okay.
We're doing this just one round at a time, correct?
We're in combat, so I would assume yes.
Okay. So I'll start moving this way. I'll use a bonus action to hide.
And that's going to use a reliable talent.
Action to dash. That's a 50-foot tall mesa. So I can make it about 15 feet up it as I start climbing.
It was... Oh, come on. There we go. You went 15 feet to the base. And then 5 up.
15 feet up. I went 20 feet to get to the base and 15 feet to keep climbing.
Very good, yes. So you are quiet and on the side of the mesa. Your hands are empty in order to climb, and you're using second story work. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Del the Original. What would you like to do?
He's gonna use... Second. He's gonna use a bonus action to heal himself up a bit.
Removing the
small, speaks a small incantation. A little bit of light appears and kind of like soothes over his ribs.
There's a sharp crack as your ribs are realigned.
And otherwise, don't think I'm going to be able to hide the cart over there. Well, I'll go for the webs anyways, I guess. Let's see, that's 15, 30.
Okay. I believe mules have a movement of 30 feet, yes?
Yeah, I think so. And
You should be able to see a little bit more into the area between the mesas now, yes? And you can see...
oh, there's something down there.
Yes, there are... It's a curious sight you see. There is a brutish figure holding what looks to be a... It looks like he just took a stick from the mouth of a giant hyena. The stick is covered in webs, and it appears that they're attempting to smack their way out of the webs that they happen to be in the midst of. Sitting astride the back of this giant hyena is a tall, lanky fellow with bulging muscles beneath a heavy coat of fur.
That's not good.
You still have your action, and you still have the mule's action. The mules can dash.
Yeah.
And I apologize, I stepped on what you were saying, Del.
Well, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go this way and say, Varian, you go that way. There's stuff for you to play with over there.
Fair enough. And does Del want to have? Del still does have an action to use if he has anything.
Not that I could really think of that. Oh wait, hold on. Just a second. Nope, that doesn't work. No, I'll cast guidance on myself just for kicks and giggles. That's all I got right now.
Fair enough. Thea duplicate. What would you like to do? Thank you, Del.
Well, seeing Del start one way and change his mind, would I be able to shoot an arrow through the webs, or are they too thick for that?
I would grant cover to whoever's on the other side, because a lot of your view is based. Well, not that it's going to matter for someone who has sharpshooter.
I was going to say. Okay, well, she'll still take a bonus action to hide.
The one question I have for Thea duplicate, what are you hiding behind? Or are you attempting to be quiet?
Well, actually, I'm kind of wondering if I can hide behind the webs right now, if they're enough to provide cover.
With a 32 stealth check, I would say, especially since you're a slim elf, yeah, I'll allow it. You kind of like sidestep to one side, and the view of you is obstructed.
35 feet of movement. Don't think I can see anything that might have concerned Del just yet, but I will ready an arrow and an action to shoot anything that seems unpleasant.
Very well, you are hidden and ready to, and you have a ready to action. Alrighty. Next up is the Brute. He's going to turn, having heard a voice and startled yells, etc. Now, he is too large for the path. So he's going to step forward and attempt to bull his way through. And we're going to see how well that works out for him. Once I figure out what the DCs are. Roll! He gets immediately entangled in the webs. One particularly thick strand going across his mouth and slightly in it, so his tongue gets caught, and he's like, so he will attempt his action to push through and try and get free, utilizing his great strength, maybe. He remains restrained in the webs. I'm sorry?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
So he is now restrained. Thea, do you have line of sight on that brute? Or Thea duplicate?
That's what I was trying to look at, and like I don't think any of us can really see him at the moment.
Very well. Alright, Agent Duplicate, you are sitting astride the giant spider, Crutches, and your party has scattered to the mesas to take on the current inhabitants. What would you like to do, sir?
Can we clarify something real quick so we can understand what we're doing? Can we see
sure.
over these areas such as this? Is this something that we can kind of see over and around, or is it a little too tall and steep for us to see through?
I'm gonna say you cannot see over it. It's meant to represent the base of the mesa.
Okay.
So it's, it's a wall of stone.
Yeah, okay. Just want to try and clarify as we're trying to go through some of that.
Excellent. Agent Duplicate, for you, sir.
So he's mounted on top of Crutches just as much as the original is, right?
He is. However, he's not in control of Crutches. Adrian is.
True. Well, I want to say Adrian Duplicate is going to ready in action. Well, actually, no, I take that back. He has equipped with shield and sword, I believe. Oh no! Wait a second.
You have no spell slots to activate Sanguine nonetheless.
I have no spell slots for Sanguine. It would have to be the silver short sword.
Uh-huh.
So, well, I think I'm just going to have him just try and balance. Hang on. Ish.
So action, equip shield. Interaction, pull silver short sword out. And stay astride Crutches, yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Alright, in that case, Adrian, you have longbow in one hand, your duplicate is sitting right behind you,
Well,
and Crutches reins in the other.
I would very much like to move Crutches forward.
Alright.
Towards one of the mesas.
Alright. Let's see it.
So,
do you step into the tar pits?
no, I do not.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Are you sure you don't want to test it out and see what it's like?
No.
Come on, jump in. I hear the water's great.
There is no water in them. It's all tar.
I'm sure
But it's
Crutches
warm.
has light feet and he can just walk right over top of it, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I moved 30 feet. Unless this is difficult terrain. I forgot.
Nope. This is ordinary terrain. The boulders
Okay. This is
just
ordinary
south of
terrain.
Thea, those are difficult terrain.
Okay. There's that, and then I want to take my second move and dash
Alright.
another 30 feet.
Crutch's multi-jointed legs going scrabbling across the ground.
He really wants to jump on those webs. He misses them so much. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
You still have your turn, your action, sir.
I thought I dashed.
Crutch has dashed. Adrian has not moved or done anything. I assume you're
really
controlling Crutches, yes?
I am controlling Crutches, yes.
So that means you get to take advantage of Crutch's action to dash, dodge, or disengage. But that still leaves Adrian's action available.
Is there any way I can get rid of my 1 level of exhaustion?
Take a long rest.
Oh. Forget it.
Or convince Dell to cast Greater Restoration on you.
Yeah, he can't do that yet.
No, I'll just wait until I'm ready on top of one of the mesas, and then I'll get ready in action with my bow.
Alrighty.
Because I don't think I have any spell slots, like, at all.
You have none. You spent them all earlier in the day.
Shit.
Alright, so that is, let's see, what is Adrian able to see from his current position? Let's take a look. Sorry, I'm using the wrong measurement tool. Snap to corner. Technically speaking, according to the rules, you can take a shot at that trapped brute. He is going to have cover.
Oh, I didn't even think I was even within range.
Does Adrian have sharpshooter?
Adrian, do you have sharpshooter?
I do. Oh, no, wait a second. I thought I did.
Dun dun dun. The webs are thick and manifold. He's going to have half cover. Or sorry, 3/4 cover.
No, I do not have sharpshooter.
You can still attempt your 3 shots.
Yeah.
I guess there'd be a
Why not?
disadvantage or something.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir? Thea?
I was gonna say, though I'm guessing they would be at disadvantage.
No.
Or something along those lines.
Nope. Cover grants a bonus to armor class and dexterity saving throws against attacks and effects that originate on the opposite side of the cover.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Alright. Well, that seemingly just slides right between all the strands of web and slams into him for 9 points of damage.
Cool.
You have 2 shots remaining, sir.
And I'm gonna shoot again.
That is also going to hit for another 9. Can you go for the trick
third
shot?
time's a charm.
Unfortunately, Adrian decided to get fancy with this one, and the arrow gets caught in one of the strands of web. It is such a thick strand that it doesn't snap. The arrow is now entangled in the webbing.
Aw, man.
And now your turn is over, unless you wish to dismount.
No.
With eerie cries from atop of the shorter of the 3 mesas, come rising into the air 2 massive creatures with wings beating furiously. As I grab their tokens.
As I grab their tokens.
And check their movement speed.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I believe that would trigger the duplicate's instincts to shoot anything that seems unpleasant.
Indeed, give me 1 second. So I can get both of them onto the visible map. So that you can choose. Okay. So they have gone their basic movement. They have yet to use their action. Thea, you can use your readied action. Noted, sir. Which one did... Or Thea Duplicate, you can use your readied action.
With advantage for being hidden?
I'm checking. I'm going to say yes because they at the time they took off, they did not have line of sight on you. So you have advantage on this shot. Are you hitting all your appropriate buttons?
Yes.
And which one were you targeting?
I only saw one. Oh, there are two.
Yes, there are two.
I'll shoot the first one that approached us, so whichever one is closer.
The first one that approached is this one.
Okay, well, I'll shoot that one. I would have shot
Alright.
the first one I would have seen, so.
Noted. 28 minus 5, 23 is a solid hit. Give me a damage, sneak attack, and sharpshooter. This is gonna hurt. Oh goodness. 47 total, with 10 from sharpshooter, 28 from sneak attack, and 9 from the arrow. So what was that? 47?
Burst into the air. Sorry, what?
I missed part of what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying, as a small cloud of feathers burst into the air.
Basically, yes. A good portion of its torso has been ripped from its wings. And that guy is dead instantly. Good grief. And plummets some 40-odd feet to the ground, landing with a solid thud. Taking its action to dash and to complete its turn. This creature descends rapidly and is now right next to the duplicate. It is now Varen's turn. Give me 1 second.
See, Van, I told you you'd find something interesting this way.
Varen's just kind of like, uh-huh.
Oh, sorry, that was...
Excuse me.
That earlier.
Sorry, what now?
Oh, I realized I made a mistake because that was Dell that said that earlier.
Yeah, no worries. Varen, for his turn, is going to look to Varen Duplicate, whose name needs to be fixed. Yeah, alright. Let me fix it real quick. And welcome back, Adrian. Alright, so Varen and Varen Duplicate look at each other. This is gonna give us a headache. Alright, which one do you want? Flyer or ground? And Varen Duplicate thinks for a moment. I'll take the flyer. I'll take ground, says Varen the original, and Varen is going to... Let's see. This will trigger an attack of opportunity, but he's going to go for it anyways. Oops, too far.
Uh-oh.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm realizing I'm having character sheet troubles.
Uh-oh. The vulture gets a nat 1 as Varen just slips around it. From his new position, what can Varen see? Well, what can Varen grab with his ruler? Varen can just barely see the brute who's trapped in the webs. Well, Varen doesn't have to worry about sharpshooter stuff, so Varen's going to take a shot. Excuse me. He quickly glances at his quiver, considers the big fellas making their quick progress across the stones. I think I'll save my big hits for later, and he's going to use his sling. So first shot, and I get to ignore its cover. So I'm going to use sharpshooter on this first shot. Colossus Slayer if I hit. Thank you, Adrian, for wounding him.
Mm-hmm.
Sling away. Oh dear. Yeah, 31 minus 5 is 26 to hit. Oh gosh. Alright. So that is 7 from Colossus Slayer and 10 from Sharpshooter for 17, plus 8 from the stone. So that is 25 points of damage. Adrian, You watch as the brute's left eye explodes. And then there's a secondary explosion as the stone rips out the other side of the head.
Are you sure you didn't use a diamond instead of a sling stone?
Varen thinks for a second and actually does check. And, oh, no, it was a sling stone. I checked.
Wow.
And that guy's now dead. Its body tangled in the webs. One shot. One creature. Dead. And next.
Bravo.
Thank you. And Varen does not have line of sight on any other current threat. So that's it. That's all he's got.
What about the one behind you?
The one behind him.
Varen Duplicate said that he wanted the flyers. I'm not taking my duplicate's prey. The bellows of massive creatures is coming thundering over the stones. This creature is currently mounted, doesn't get its own action. Varen Duplicate is going to come up to here and is going to attempt to grapple the creature, the giant vulture. Athletics check versus its athletics or acrobatics. It's going to go with its own athletics. Well, it successfully dodges. Well, that's rude. Varen Duplicate is going to try one more time. Athletics. 24. Good grief. Alright, the giant vulture is suddenly grabbed in Varen Duplicate's hand and is grappled. Let's use that. That took Varen Duplicate's 2 attacks, so he can't do anything else. This fellow is going to charge forth, screaming in fury. Oops. I moved the web with the person.
That's a sticky situation.
Right? And he actually has to go over here, and his mount has to make a dexterity saving throw against the webs. Eventually. There it goes. Oh, nope, it is caught. The guy is going to... He tries to crush the webs with his Morningstar weapon. However, the Morningstar seems rather ineffective. And he is basically stuck, restrained, caught. Astride his hyena mount. This button. Nope.
This is no laughing matter.
The giant hyena howls with laughter. And bites at the webbing. Indeed. Del Duplicate, what would you like to do, sir?
I'll start by, again, trying to heal myself up a little bit with a small charm as I murmur to myself and pop my ribs back into place.
That's gotta hurt.
A little bit, yeah. It's a good bad feeling you get like when you really pop your back really hard. Hurts a lot, but feels good afterwards. And then I'm going to just kind of like reach forward up across the mules and the cart, and I'm going to use my action to cast guidance on Baron. Baron duplicate, I think, actually.
All right, and we're back from all of our technical issues. Sorry, everyone. And this after, a couple of weeks of technical issues. Yay!
Hey.
All right, so getting back into the initiative order. Crutches is a controlled mount. It does not get to take its turn. The bone cart is also controlled. However, I need, let's see here. This button. And okay, good. We're all within range. That's excellent news. Alright, I need everyone, including mounts, to give me wisdom saving throws. For elves, they make this saving throw with advantage. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Did you use your inspiration point, Thea? Oh no, you're duh. Wow. Okay, apparently I'm also tired.
Can I use an inspiration point to stack another roll on top of that, or that just kind of be a no?
No. Inspiration point is for advantage, not for rerolls. So crutches failed. Thea, is that the original or Thea?
Yeah, it's the original.
Duplicate?
Wait.
Okay. The original you also failed.
Anyways.
Adrian, you're supposed to roll with advantage.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will roll again at normal and see what rolls.
Exactly. Thank you. And that roll is for Del then, or for Thea duplicate?
Yes, that is Del.
Oh, Del. Okay, Del succeeds. Adrian, you fail.
That was Adrian duplicate.
Oh, Agent Duplicate failed. Okay. Does Agent Duplicate have any further uses of Indomitable?
Let me go back and check.
All right, Thea.
No,
who did
he
you
does
roll
not.
for?
That was Thea duplicate and then Del duplicate. Duplicate. Wow, that's embarrassing. Yes.
Okay, so the 19. Who's that for, Thea?
That was Del duplicate, the last one.
Del Duplicate succeeded.
But the 10?
And the 10? What was the 10 for?
The 10 was Del duplicate.
Okay, 10 for, good buddy. Del Duplicate gets advantage on the saving throw.
Oh, I thought I clicked it. Oops.
You did not. So just roll it at normal.
Apparently not.
So Agent Duplicate failed. Crutches failed. Thea Duplicate.
Thea duplicate has the 19. Del duplicate has the 25.
Okay, have you rolled for Thea original or Del original?
Thea original was a 12. Del original
Okay.
was a 19.
So both Dels are good. Thea Duplicate is good. Thea original failed. Crutches failed. Agent Duplicate failed. Adrian, that 19, is that yours?
Yes.
For the original?
Yeah.
In which case you succeed.
Oh, goody.
Okay. So many rolls. Alright, Baron, excuse me. With advantage, wisdom saving throw. Wow. Double check. Baron succeeds. Da. I'm checking the mules. Thea, please roll me 2 separate d20s, no modifiers. Roll them separate, please. Okay, both the mules fail. That's great. Good thing they're controlled.
Yeah, that's rather.
And I'm waiting for my duplicate's character sheet to finish thinking.
I think that's a 1 in 400 chance of getting 2 ones in a row. I think. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know how to calculate that right now. So the mules, I should probably have written all this down. Mules failed. Crutches failed. Yes.
Yes. Crutches rolled an 11.
Agent duplicate failed.
Rolling a 10.
Thea original failed. Yes.
The original failed, yes. The duplicate and both still succeeded.
Okay. And Baron duplicate has not rolled yet. And he's about to. There it is. And Baron duplicate also failed. Okay, those who failed are charmed by a strange melody that comes floating breezily through the winds between these mesas into their ears. And they are currently charmed.
Real
on
quick.
their turn. Sorry?
Sorry, that last roll, that was Baron duplicate?
That was Baron duplicate.
He should have a D4 from
You.
Del duplicate
Oh.
casting guidance on him.
Thank you for remembering that. Well, that didn't make much
Didn't do
difference.
much.
And guidance has now ended from Del duplicate. Which that's a concentration spell. Alright,
Yeah.
so Baron duplicate, Thea original, Agent duplicate, Crutches, and the mules have all failed their saving throws and are now charmed, and on their turns, I will tell you which direction they feel they must go. Let's see, double checking. Okay. Alright. That is the end of round 1. Adrian, you hanging in there good? Adrian? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Adrian, can you hear me? Adrian?
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
Yep.
Alright, so making sure you're with us. Are we good to go for one more round?
One more round.
Uno mas. Alrighty. Thea, original. You are charmed, and you feel urgently that you must climb this mesa to the top. You must get closer and listen deeply to this beautiful melody. It calls
Well, I
you
kinda
straight up.
I
Sorry?
don't wanted to climb anyways, but I'm not so sure I still do. But I guess I am either way.
You are either way. You climbed 15 feet previously out of 50. Yes?
Yeah,
That
it's
require-
35 feet to the top. I imagine I should reach the top with that round.
I'm not sure what I just did there.
I don't know. I moved Thea 1 square to put her up on top.
Noted.
I'm not sure if you noticed or not.
No, I hit a button and caught myself by surprise. Okay, so you use your standard movement to climb to the top. You have not used your bonus action or your action. You are charmed. Let me check here. You are incapacitated, which means you cannot take actions. You climb to the top, and there before you, you see a bubbling pool of lava, above which is flapping a woman with feathered arms. She is singing and as though calling to you. Her lank hair hanging about her white skull, barely covered with translucent skin. You are not able to take an action. Incapacitated. Does that mean you can't take bonus actions either? Correct. You cannot take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. So you have completed your turn, Thea. And I will take from you a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
There we go. And holy
nat
crap.
20. You snap out of it all of a sudden at the sight of this hideous creature that is calling to you with its song, as though beckoning you to walk into the boiling lava. Although you wouldn't have done so, of course. Alright, so that is the end of Thea's turn. Del, it is now your turn. You are not affected by this curious song, and you will not be affected by it for the next 24 hours. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm gonna cast Guidance. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can do anything better. Just a quick second.
Imagine, like, Thea climbs to the top of the mesa, sees the bubbling lava and the horror flying above it, singing to her, and that's immediately what snaps her out of the charm. It's like, oh my gosh!
Oh, I think I made a mistake there. When I told you to add guidance, I guess that was for ability checks, not saving throws.
Good to pay attention to that sort of thing.
Sorry about that.
No
Okay,
worries.
well, I'm going to use... And don't know if there's any better way to break a chance as far as slapping someone, or would he have any kind of
to break a charm?
arcanic knowledge on that? Yeah.
I imagine that, like, he sees those who are affected just kind of go into, like, this dazed expression, you know? Like, oh, what a beautiful melody in the middle of this savage combat in the desert. Chance could be slapping them might help. Adrian, you there, sir? Your turn's going. What's up? Del can give me an insight check.
Yeah. I'm basically trying to gauge if he has any knowledge on whether... Ooh, that was probably supposed to be at normal.
We'll go to 14. Instead
I'm trying to kind of gauge whether it'd be better to basically slap Mirren Duplicate, or to use resistance to kind of give him a magical boost to his saving throws.
You're not certain, but you'd probably be more willing to bet on your restorative magic abilities.
And I'll cast resistance on him. And this time, that might actually have a chance of helping him.
Did you want to move anywhere? Move the mules?
No, not just yet, I don't think.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Just a second, I did want to do something real quick.
Dell's used his action.
Yeah, he did. Oh, darn it.
But he still has some actions of the mules.
I'm gonna charge the bird. Or no, I can't. Because I don't think. Can the mules kind of go over the difficult terrain?
Sure, they can go over the difficult terrain.
Okay. In a bizarre chance, I'm gonna charge the bird thing.
Varen Duplicate is kind of in your way.
Yeah. Oh god.
Just
I can go this way.
Ugh.
Just kind of go around it, and I'm gonna charge the birds and try to kind of like scare them and startle them, hoping they'll be able to help the.
Okay, noted. All right, see a duplicate was not charmed. Adrian, you there, sir?
Yep.
Okay, because you're up next. See a duplicate. You are right next to this giant vulture that Varen Duplicate grabbed, and now Varen Duplicate's just kind of standing there going, ugh.
Yeah, I was gonna. I'm gonna back up from it. I know that's probably gonna trigger an attack of opportunity.
No, because Varen Original triggered an attack of opportunity previously.
Oh. Okay, well that works immediately, and I'm gonna shoot it.
You're attacking, I'm gonna say, at normal, but you'll still get sneak attack if you hit.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly going to hit. Give me sneak attack. And damage.
That's disappointing.
As I accidentally just go ahead and mark it dead. Alright, so that is 15 from sneak attack plus 7 for a total of 22 points of damage. And your arrow slams right between its eyes.
Oh, I was gonna say I hit its wing at least and let it just fall, but.
No, you actually killed it. As I preemptively assigned it dead. Oops. Alright, Thea, that was your movement. That was some movement. That was your shot. Anything else for you?
I'm just gonna start moving. See, that's 5, 10, 15. I'm just gonna move here for now.
Okay. And as a side note, for Dell and the mules were affected by the charm, so therefore they cannot move in the direction Dell intended them to move.
Oh. So we'll have
I didn't even think of that.
Back.
My bad.
Yeah, I didn't think
of
that
Adrian,
either.
Adrian Duplicate. That song, it's calling you up to the top of the mesa. You must get up there and see what wondrous sight there is to behold. Adrian, are you there?
Yep.
Cool.
And
it
what?
Is Adrian Duplicate.
Yeah.
So the song is coming from this direction, up on top of the mesa.
Yeah, he's basically just running right up to the mesa and starting to climb, and I'm like, no, hey, oh, okay, fine, go wherever you want to go. I'm just gonna stay on my spider.
As Adrian Duplicate hops off onto his gimpy foot and struggles about 10 feet to the base of the mesa because he cannot dash.
No, he cannot.
Alright, Adrian, Original. Your duplicate has abandoned you, sir.
I know. And I'm trying to figure out, can I still control Crutches, even though he's fallen under the spell?
Crutches is ignoring your control.
Even if I'm trying to get him to go forward?
Even if you're trying to get him to go forward, he's the magic of this charm is drawing him, excuse me, like your duplicate, towards the northernmost mesa.
Wish I had an inspiration point on him. I could have given him another chance. That creature that is flying or hovering or something above the lava?
Not in your line of sight.
Not in my line of sight. Okay, I would have to get up on top of the mesa.
Yeah.
Alright, well... there's no other monsters or creatures or anything nearby.
Not within good line of sight.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to find a way to get up on top of the mesa, even without my spider.
Alright. How do you intend to do that, sir?
I don't know.
Alternatively, you can ready an action to attack the first enemy that comes within your sight.
Well, see, I was almost thinking about using a cantrip, like a firebolt somewhere, and then using what is it? My action surge, and then teleporting 30 feet up, hoping that would be enough to get up on top of the mesa.
The mesa is 50 feet tall.
Oh, gee, Whitakers. Me at all.
I will say, if you teleport 30 feet straight up, you'll have I would say you would have, because that reduces a 50-foot height to 20 feet. You might get line of sight on whatever or whoever's up there singing. But I will also caution you, the landing is going to be unpleasant.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I want to see if I can try to do an animal check or animal handling check so that I can get crutches snapped out of that.
Give me an animal handling check versus Crutch's stupefied will, if you will.
Alright, I'm going to throw out his will. Or how exactly would I do that? Strength?
No, you give me an animal handling check.
Oh, okay.
And he is going to... His charmed will is going to try and resist you.
Alright. And here we go.
He ignores you.
Dang it. I was not expecting a 2.
I was not expecting him to roll 12. He has a -3 modifier.
That sucks.
That was your action, sir.
Yeah.
Anything else for you?
I'm almost tempted to use my action surge and try it again.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and then I'm going to use my inspiration point so I can do it at advantage.
Did you want to teleport as well, or no?
No.
Okay. Okay. And let's see.
Better not roll a 20.
That would be hilarious. Well, he rolls a 3. And as a result, what I'm going to do in that case is I'm going to have him roll his wisdom saving throw one more time. But with advantage thanks to your trying to wrest his mind out of it. Alright, you regain control of your giant spider mount.
Nice.
At the cost of
Now
your
I'm-
action surge and your inspiration point.
And now I'm going to move him forward
Alright.
and then have him climb up onto the spider webs.
Okay, so you're stepping around Baron and Thea?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 30 feet will land him right here.
Okay. And he starts climbing
I'm
the
assuming
webs.
that's at the base of one of the spider webs.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of just like side crawl along the cliff, the mesa side, into the webs. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. In that case, it is now Varen's turn, the original. The one, the only. Varen, seeing a gap there, is going to take it. If I can get my mouse to actually move properly, that would help. And he is using land stride to ignore difficult terrain. Coming out. And by the way, that's only because these are natural webs. If they were magical webs, that would not work.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's a crazy hyena thing and a rider. So, and the crazy thing is stuck in the web, so I'm going to go after the rider. Still using my sling. I'm not sure how strong. Fine. I'm not sure how strong it is, so I'm just going to take a normal shot. Wait. Okay. I left Colossus Slayer on. My bad. And Sharpshooter on. My bad. Let's see if that hits. Oh, and attack rolls against restrained creatures have advantage. I forgot about that. So I'm going to roll that one more time. Minus Colossus Slayer. At normal. Okay, so 24 becomes 19 for 19 damage. That's handy. Reducing his health significantly. Well, it worked out well the last time, so advantage this time. And this time Colossus Slayer, and I'm going to use Sharpshooter again, because why not? It doesn't get enough exercise, I think.
Because why not?
29 becomes 24. And it did not roll Colossus Slayer. How rude. Colossus Slayer. Oh, maximum damage. 10 from Sharpshooter, 19 total from the shot, plus 8. Wow.
With
19 and 8.
effort.
27. Wow, I actually rolled max damage on the slingshot, too. What did I say, 27? Yeah, the rider had 8 hit points and he just took 27 damage. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. His head just splatters in the web. Blur. Alright, and this time I'm turning off advantage.
Oh, that's a Kodak
yes.
moment.
What's a Kodak?
It's a type of bear.
Oh.
Wait, no, sorry,
Yeah,
that's
hunted
Kodiak.
Yeah, that's what I hunted. Alright, so we hear the bellowing screams of the enraged giants out there across the plain. They are coming much closer. The giant hyena is still caught and is going to try and use its action to rip its way free. Eventually. He succeeds, abandoning his rider, and he's too big to use the trail anyway, so it's 10, 20, 30. Did Thea have a readied action to attack someone?
No, because her last action was used to kill the flying thing.
Right. Baron Duplicate was going to try and ride it. Thank you very much. Speaking of, Baron
I'm pretty sure
Duplicate.
he's still charmed, isn't he?
Baron Duplicate is still charmed. Completely. Well, I was just saying what his original intentions were. Ignoring Del and Del Duplicate and the mules and the difficult terrain, he's going to come over to the base of the mesa, 20 feet, leaving him 15. So he can only climb. Wow, my brain went away.
How far did you move?
I moved 20 feet. I have 15 remaining, but I don't have second story work.
So you
So
either
I
make it
spent
up
5
5 or 10, depending on how you want to
I
round
spend
off.
10 feet of movement to climb 5. So I'm 10 feet up. And that's the end of Baron Duplicate's turn.
You
And
should
he can spend 10 feet of movement to climb 5 feet up.
So it should be 5 feet up, not 10 feet up.
Didn't I say 5 feet? Okay.
No, you said you'd be 10 feet up.
Okay. I accept your listening. Because, yeah. Alright, so, now at the end of his turn, he gets to make his own wisdom saving throw. Snapping out of it. Hey, wait. What am I doing over here? What's wrong with you, Adrian? What's wrong with him? He's not talking. Sorry,
It
what?
looks like he's trying to ride a mountain.
Oh, and I forgot that he actually had D4. For
Yeah.
resistance. There we go.
That works.
Well, that became 25. Thank you. Del Duplicate, you are not charmed, but you are also not in control of the mules. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look around first and see if anyone else still appears to be charmed or not.
Agent Duplicate is climbing the cliff, kind of looking.
Okay. And I am also having a bit of trouble that the characters seem to have glitched. Oh, I can't reach him anyways. Well, bummer.
Indeed. And Agent Duplicate is basically right at the base of the cliff.
I guess I'll just cast guidance on the mules. On one of the mules.
Guidance or resistance?
Sorry, resistance. I said the wrong one.
Excellent. All right, Adrian, as you ascend the webs, Crutches seems to alert to something, turning and looking up towards the top of the the mesa south of you.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time for you to see another large spider come crawling into view, looking down directly at the two of you, with some measure of effrontery. And he closes. Sorry?
What?
I was wondering if you were saying something.
I was almost wondering if my crutches would like to take a little bite of them.
That's a great question. Unfortunately, that'll have to wait until you dismount and let Crutches have his own movements and actions.
Oh.
Tis so. And the newcomer is going to bite at Crutches.
No.
Quite rudely. What is Crutches' armor class?
Good question. Armor class is 14.
Alright, I need Crutches to give me a con saving throw. Well, that's a success, so he only takes half of that. We'll round down, so that's 2 points of damage from the poison, 6 from the bite, so Crutches takes 8 points of damage. Above you, at the top of this mesa, to the north of you, sir, the webbing suddenly tears. Oops, wrong button. And a ghastly hand that is half devoid of flesh rips out of the sticky silk, pulling itself forward, howling in ecstatic need, not apparently noticing you, as it pulls itself onto the top of the mesa. Thea, you see this ghastly, rotted body, desiccated from poison and long time in the web, with bits of birds stuck to its remaining teeth. It looks as though whoever this was must have fed themselves on the other prey caught in the web until death took him. And
she is about to yell in exasperation of like, where do these things keep coming from?
Crutch is a controlled mount. The creature that is flying above the lava flies to here, unspools a coiled length from her side, and takes a lash at you. Thea. Getting an 8 to hit.
Well, that strikes the rocks near me. I'm not even going to say the ones beside me, just kind of roughly close.
And then closes up to you and takes a swipe at you with her claws, getting a 25.
That hurts.
For 9 damage, which you can...
That hurts.
And you can uncanny dodge that.
Yeah.
Reduce it to 4 points.
Yeah. No, where's... There, that's fine.
And she continues singing her song. The mules... Del, please roll me 1 d20 and then 1 d20 plus 1 d4.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Del.
Yes, I said Del. I thought you were
1 d20
thinking.
and 1 d4?
No, 1 d20 and separately another 1 d20 plus 1 d4.
Okay.
So the
That's
first
the
mule
first
remains.
D20, and I'm just gonna have to do this, just kind of like that. So it's 5 and 14.
Okay, both mules are still restrained, or sorry, charmed, which means ignoring Del's pulling on the reins, they move 30 feet. Oops.
Ah,
There. Taking no action to dash. Alright, and that is the end of the round of the 2 rounds. When we come back next week, because I know you're getting tired, sir.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back next week, the giants will arrive. And we have a few other contenders still to deal with. Alright, I want to thank you all so much for playing. I apologize for taking so long in between game sessions, but that's what happens when you have emergency mold situations and water damage. You gotta take care of that.
Yep.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Silliness. Pretty much. So thank you for your patience, thank you for playing, and I hope you all had a great time.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get all the way through this fight next game.
Hopefully.
Alright, and...
Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adrian, Thea, and Varen take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time.
Animated armor, fire snake, ghoul, imp, Quasit, Specter.
Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.